Okay, open up conference play against Mississippi State. We've had some good games with them the last 3 or 4 years. We're glad to be at home. We definitely our crowd will be a big advantage. We appreciate those guys the first 2 games and really expect another great crowd. So offensively, they got the quarterback back. We're very impressed with him. He's a big guy that can throw the football. They got the majority of their offensive line back, and they're very good at what they do schematically on offense. Defensively, it looks like the same Mississippi State teams that we've played the last 3 or 4 years. They're long, they're fast, they can run, and they're physical, and they play very sound football, and they make you earn it. So we got our work cut out for us, and it should be a good one.
Questions?
Gus, how would you evaluate Nick's performance after 2 games?
Nick improved. Nick improved from week 1 to week 2, and we expected him to. He executed that deep ball extremely well, and he was more comfortable. He did make some mistakes, but at the same time, there was mistakes around him that made his mistakes, look a little worse than they probably were. So we got to get better as a whole offense to help him, as he grows in this offense also.
Ellis Johnson was talking the other day about just trash plays, giving up some big plays, missing tackles. You guys have given up a lot of yards. You seem to step up in the red zone. He says that's going to catch up to you guys at some point. Do you kind of agree with that and some concerns there?
Well, I think our defense is a work in progress like our offense. And, a lot of new guys out there, a lot of inexperienced guys. And, so you're going to make some mistakes as you go, and we have. But, when you find a way to hold them out of the end zone, I think that's big, and that'll help for moving forward. But at the same time, offensively and defensively, each week we should cut down on the mistakes.
Gus, with Marcus Davis being a high school quarterback, has it been unusual that he's progressed as fast as he has at change of positions?
Well, we've had really good success, at the wide receiver position with former quarterbacks because they have a little different view of the game. We ask our receivers to think like a quarterback a lot of times, know the quarterback's reads and where the ball's going and all that. And he's a very intelligent football player, and the moment's not too big for him. A lot of freshmen, sometimes the moment are too big, especially early in the season, but he's a guy you'll see more and more on the field.
How do you feel about your receiving core after week 2?
They improved as a group, there's no doubt. You could see we were giving other guys chances, and Marcus was one of those guys. And so we're still evaluating that group, and we feel like it can be a solid group, before it's all said and done this year.
Let's talk about the running back situation. The 3 guys use them all a little bit differently, but they all can all produce them.
Yeah, our running back is definitely one of our strengths of our offense, that position. And they're all 3 different. We can utilize them in different ways. And so far, they've all 3 been very solid.
You haven't been able to get the tight ends going quite yet. I know CJ's been targeted a few times, but just hasn't been able to get a ball yet. And I don't think Brandon's been targeted at all. What do you see from the tight ends thus far in the first season?
Well, we've not thrown the ball that much at all anyway. The more we throw it, the more we'll spread it around. And of course, that's a big thing for our passing game is spread the ball around. And both those guys are definitely big targets that'll be utilized more and more as the season goes on.
Gus, have you seen any change in the players or just a different mentality going into the first SEC game as many of that in practice?
Yeah.
Kind of changed a little bit?
I think so. As far as the older players especially. Now the young players, they're still trying to figure out what's going on. But the older guys, I like to think our attention to detail, especially on Sunday, was better because it's a different season now, and the older guys understand that.
You've talked a little bit about the, judging how your team handles adversity and the psyche of the team, but do you really find out, because they struggled the last 10 games against SEC teams, kind of how tough they are, their mettle?
Yeah, I think each week we're going to learn more about our team. All I can tell you right now is I'm proud of our guys and the way they've responded so far. And we faced some adversity in both these first games. I like the way we handled it, but now you're getting into your league, and we're playing against some of the best teams in America, and we'll face more adversity. And we'll get a chance to see, how we respond moving forward.
Yes, you mentioned not passing the ball very much quite yet. It's been about 70-30 run thus far. You've also been able to play with the lead, not playing close games. How comfortable are you where if you are trailing by multiple possessions, where you are gonna have to throw more, how comfortable are you in that scenario where you are, where you're gonna have to rely on Nick to throw?
Yeah, we're probably about as comfortable as you can be with a guy that, has only started, 2 games so far, and then with an experienced receiving crew. But at the same time, we've worked on those situations in practice, and we'll have a plan, and, we'll feel good about that plan when it happens.
Because Auburn hasn't won an SEC game, I think 10 tries in a row, 10. You guys talked about that at all, about getting, kind of breaking that streak?
No, not even thought about it. I mean, I've told those guys I'm not worried about last year, and it's a new year, it's a new season, and we understand the SEC that we're gonna have to play well to win, but we've not talked about last year.
Coach, are you one of those that, I know each game is important, but you've already mentioned, hey, it's a new season as in league play beginning. Do you embrace that and talk about the importance of that being different than just a normal game?
I think you have to, especially in this league. You've got to be real with your players, and like I said, I think our more experienced guys understand that. I mean, we played in the best league in college football, and anytime you play an opponent, you got to have your best, and we understand that.